Section 2.4, Notes 12, use postulates and diagrams. Make sure you put your name, date, and period here. Very, very important. Okay? Our essential question is how can you identify postulates illustrated by a diagram? And to be able to do this, you have to relate back to the previous things of knowing which one is a hypothesis and which one is a conclusion to be able to do the diagram. So you got to interpret the pictures. Alright, one of our definitions is a line perpendicular to a plane. In order for a line to be perpendicular to a plane, it says that it's if and only if, which means both are true, that the intersects at one point and is perpendicular to every line in that plane that intersects at that point. So that means you have a plane with a point, and you have lines, every line that intersects at that particular point has got to be perpendicular in order for that to be true. Alright, postulate 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Remember, postulates are true statements that are given to you. So these are all facts that we have to use to actually draw pictures. Postulate 5. Through any 2 points there exists exactly one line. It takes 2 points to draw a line. 6 is like the converse of 5. A line contains at least 2 points. So if I'm looking at these two postulates, 5, what is given to you is 2 points. The result is a line. On the postulate 6, it gives you a line and the result is 2 points. You see how these are opposite of each other. They're converses of each other. On postulate 7, it says any two lines intersect. Their intersection is exactly 1 point. That's like the x and y axis. They intersect at the origin. On 8, it says through any 3 non-collinear points there exists exactly one plane. 9, a plane contains at least 3 non-collinear points. Here is a converse happening again. We have 3 non-collinear points. The result is one plane. The 9, it says we have a plane and the result is 3 non-collinear points. So these are converses of each other as well. You have to see what is given to you, what is the result. What is given to you, what is the result. Alright, on 10 it says any 2 points lie in a plane, then the line containing them lies in the plane. This one's a little confusing. I'm going to draw it over here on the sides. Basically what that means, 2 points are in a plane. Then the beginning postulate 5 said through any 2 points I can draw a line. So that means I have a line that is inside my plane and it says it contains, the line containing them lies in the plane. In other words, if the line is inside the edges, then it does not necessarily go outside in that fashion because your plane extends on and on and on. In other words, when you draw it, do not draw your arrows outside of your box. It must be inside. Do not draw it out here or out here on this edge. It must be contained inside your parallelogram. On 11 it says 2 planes intersect and their intersection is a line. This is what you were drawing in the last section or last chapter, was 2 planes kind of like the X. If I can halfway draw it here. Okay, bad job. But that intersection right there is the line. And there's our postulates to start out with. Realize 1 through 4, one was a postulate, the protractor postulate, then the segment addition postulate, then we had the ruler postulate, and then we had the angle addition postulate. So those are the 1 through 4 that you already have in your notes. Now we've added on 11. On example 1, we have an illustration given to us, and they want us to state the postulate that matches the picture. So if I'm looking at A, it says if, and this symbol here means this is a line. So if I have a line, then the picture looks at it, and I have now 2 points on the line. So if I have a line, then there's 2 points on it. Well, if I look up here, which one is done with lines and points? There's a point, a line, and a plane. Don't have that. 3 points. I don't have 3. I have 2. A line and then 2 points, and 2 points and a line. So I'm looking at either 5 or 6. So I have to look at what is given to me first. The first thing is given to me is a line. So up here I see that a line is given in the postulate 6. The result is 2 points, and this matches my pattern, so that means this is postulate 6. If I look at part B, I'll look at what I'm given, and I see 3 points. And in particular, these points are creating a triangle, so that means they are non-collinear. And then the next resulting is I have this box around it, which means it results in that those guys are in the plane. So I'm looking for the one that is dealing with 3 non-collinear points, and the result is a plane. Which one is it? Okay, if I look up here, I see through any 3 non-collinear points there exists exactly one plane. That means this is modeling postulate 8. Okay, on number 2, they're saying, okay, take the information that is given to you and we want you to draw the picture. Now when we draw this, we've got to make sure we draw the appropriate notation. It says, I sketch a diagram showing that line AB intersects line CD at point E, so that AB is perpendicular to CD. That little upside down T means perpendicular. So I'm going to draw a line. See if my pen works. Let me draw. Okay. I'm going to draw a line. Any line has to have arrows on the ends. On that line I have 2 points. I'm going to put a point A and I'm going to put a point B. And now I'm going to draw CD, where CD is perpendicular to this. So to be perpendicular means it's about this. Make sure you have arrows, and then I'm going to put a C and a D on it. These guys intersect at a point called E. And then to show that it's perpendicular, I'm going to place a little corner box on my picture. Once I have all of this markings, I have covered every part that is given to me, and this is my picture. Alright, on number 3, it says we have this picture given to us. It says interpret the diagram in 3 dimensions. So if I'm looking at this picture, it says, which of the following cannot be assumed from the diagram? Which one can you not assume? Not necessarily true. And for it to be true, you're looking for markings. It says all points shown are coplanar. Well, I have A, C, G, B, E, D, and F. These points all appear to be inside the box, so that has to be a true statement. Okay? FG, line FG right there, and then line CD they're saying is perpendicular, or they're just saying that CEG is 90 degrees. So I'm looking right here at those 2 lines. Okay, those 2 lines look to be perpendicular, so it's a possibility. CED are collinear, which means they're all in a straight line. ECD, that is a true statement. The second one here, it appears to be a right angle, but I cannot assume they're a right angle unless it has the little box. If it has a little right angle box, then we can say that this is 90 degrees. So this is the one that is actually the false statement. You cannot assume something if it is not marked. It must be marked for you to assume it. Okay, on your independent practice, here is some additional questions referring to this picture up here at the top, where I want you to put true or false on these statements and analyze it very carefully, looking at that picture. And then make sure you answer your sum question on how do you identify postulates illustrated by a diagram.